Chapter 90. Prophecy of Dreams. Venerable Lord, this morning I had 16 strange dreams. It was a dream that caused indescribable fear. King Pasenadi told the Buddha about all his dreams. And what do you think about them, Your Majesty? The Buddha asked after King Pasenadi finished recounting. I have no opinion, because it was such a bizarre dream that I can remember every detail accurately. Then I told the Brahmins who were skilled in divination. They said it was an ominous sign that would befall me and my city. I must avert it with 4 types of sacrifices, using 100 birds, 100 4-legged animals, 100 aquatic animals, and 100 amphibians. They said I must perform the sacrificial rites as soon as possible. But because it is currently a time of hardship, with famine and scarcity, those animals are hard to find. Therefore, I thought of the Venerable Lord, you are the greatest in both the human and heavenly worlds. You are the greatest from the past to the present and into the future. You should have a way to help me avert this misfortune. King Pasenadi explained his concerns to the Buddha in detail. Listen, Your Majesty, it is true that these dreams are omens. But all these evil events will not happen in your time. They will happen in the future. Please abandon those sacrificial rites. Abandon the killing that will taint your own life and the lives of others. Because your dreams this time are omens for people in the future, when the world element turns into the ultimate decay, when the rulers of the country are not moral, when the ministers and officials are not moral, when the common people are not moral, and when the monks, ascetics, Brahmins are not moral. That will be the day of judgment. All your dreams are a signal for the people of the world to realize that it is time to do something, like the 4 dark, raging bulls, poised to charge at each other. But they are waiting for the new decision of the people of the world at that time, so they have not yet charged. The Buddha said with a slight smile, his voice so gentle that King Pasenadi felt relieved. Oh, ... I feel as relieved as if a mountain has been lifted from my chest. Then what do all the remaining images mean? King Pasenadi expressed his feeling and asked further. All that remains will be images of various events that are warning, signs of whether the time for those events has come, when the world turns to the ultimate decay in terms of ethics, when all human beings openly accept evil deeds, when the royal attendants who receive gold coins from their lord go on to receive bribes to benefit outsiders. That is the time of the great catastrophe to come, like your dream where you saw a noble horse with 2 mouths, able to eat the grass fed to it from both sides. When the world turns to the ultimate decay in terms of lust and sexual desire, when all human beings have no shame for sin, copulating indiscriminately in secret and in public, living in indulgence and infatuation with sensual pleasures, copulating even with young children, that is the time of the great catastrophe to come. Like your dream where you saw trees only a span high but full of flowers and fruits, hanging down to the ground, when the world turns to the ultimate decay in terms of governance, when incompetent people are appointed to administer the country, when foolish, ignorant, and inexperienced people are chosen to administer the country. That is the time of the great catastrophe to come. Like your dream where you saw someone trying to yoke young bulls to a cart, but they stubbornly refuse to pull, when the world turns to the ultimate decay in terms of human dignity, when all human beings see wrong as right, praise evildoers, when mothers willingly support their children to earn a living as prostitutes so that they themselves can live comfortably. That is the time of the great catastrophe to come. Like your dream where you saw a large cow suckling from the udder of a young calf. When the world turns to the ultimate decay in terms of the mind. When humans don't value goodness but value physical appearance and external ornaments. When wives take the money their husbands work hard for to indulge their lovers. That is the time of the great catastrophe to come. Like your dream where you saw a man sitting and weaving a rope from vines on a seat. But under the seat, a vixen is gnawing at the rope. When the world turns to the ultimate decay in terms of morality. When rulers lack wisdom, don't value knowledgeable and capable people. Don't value virtuous people, but reward and praise the deceitful and dishonest. When good people face hardship and are ignored, while the wicked rule the country. That is the time of the great catastrophe to come. Like your dream where you saw a rich man using a golden tray to catch the excrement and urine of a wild fox. When the world turns to the ultimate decay in terms of virtue. When the laws of the country lose their sanctity. Society is filled with injustice. Lawbreakers roam free because they have many followers and much wealth. Virtuous people flee to the countryside, leaving the country with only groups conspiring to cheat and exploit. That is the time of the great catastrophe to come. Like your dream where you saw a large pond with a herd of animals drinking water, but instead of the water being muddy where the animals drink, it is clear, while the middle of the pond, which should be clear, is muddy. When the world turns to the ultimate decay in terms of living conditions, extreme exploitation occurs. When the majority of people fall into poverty, without even food to survive. When a small group of people has immense wealth. When the wealthy exploit the poor. That is the time of the great catastrophe to come. Like your dream where you saw a crowd of people pouring water into a full jar again and again until it overflows. But the empty jar has not a drop of water. When the world turns to the ultimate decay in terms of honor. When wicked monks rise to power. Monks who profit from belief. Using various tricks to make people infatuated with merit. When monks who practice well and virtuously are ignored and have to retreat. When good and noble people are seen as worthless, while foolish and ignorant people rule the country. That is the time of the great catastrophe to come. Like your dream where you saw a flock of sheep, attacking and devouring the flesh of a tiger. When the world turns to the ultimate decay in terms of dignity. When those in power are infatuated with lust. When society favors having young wives, who can be capricious and whatever they say. Their old husbands will agree just to enjoy their youth. That is the time of the great catastrophe to come. Like your dream where you saw a swarm of frogs, chasing and devouring the flesh of a cobra. When the world turns to the ultimate decay in terms of intellect. When the rulers of the country do not come from scholars, without virtue in their hearts. They will appoint deceitful and dishonest people to power. When good and virtuous people, intelligent people, fall into hardship. That is the time of the great catastrophe to come. Like your dream where you saw golden swans digging for food on the ground, with a crow perched on a branch above those golden swans. When the world turns to the ultimate decay in terms of art and science. When the words of scholars who are profound in worldly and spiritual knowledge are seen as meaningless and worthless. That is the time of the great catastrophe to come. Like your dream where you saw a dry gourd sinking in water. When the world turns to the ultimate decay in terms of the conscience of distinguishing right from wrong, when the words of rude, obscene, and vulgar people are praised, become popular with the masses, become famous and respected. That is the time of the great catastrophe to come. Like your dream where you saw a large rock floating on water. When the world turns to the ultimate decay in terms of religion, when the religion of the Tathagata declines, when monks do not show people the way to be free from suffering, do not show the way to become a radiant mind, when monks show the Dharma for gain, fame, and praise from the masses, that is the time of the great catastrophe to come. Like your dream where you saw people exchanging expensive sandalwood for rotten vines, when the world turns to the ultimate decay in terms of the environment, when the world turns to abnormality and perversity, when in one day there is sun, rain, and cold, when in one province there is abundant water, floods, and drought, when in one province there is a pleasant breeze, scorching heat, and storms that destroy houses, that is the time of the great catastrophe to come. Like your dream where you saw a pot of rice that was cooked with both raw rice, mushy rice, and perfectly cooked rice. Listen, Your Majesty, all that the Tathagata has told you is a message from the great God intended to pass on to you, so that the people of that time would be aware of the danger that will occur in the future, the day when our world turns into the ultimate decay. Please do not worry. Please abandon the idea of performing those sacrificial rites, the Buddha said. A message from the great God? Who is this great God, and why did he send it to me? King Pasenadi said, you don't need to know who the great God is, because that is not the crucial point. But please know one thing. You are one of those who will participate in this future event. Therefore, the great God intentionally sent this message to you. The Buddha said, does that mean I will have to be born in that era of decay? King Pasenadi asked. That depends on your choice, Your Majesty, the Buddha replied. I definitely won't choose that. I desire not to be reborn. This life will be my last, King Pasenadi said. You don't have to choose at this moment. When the time for the choice comes, Your Majesty can decide again, the Buddha said. Even so, I will not choose to be born in that era, King Pasenadi insisted. This is your dream, which means it is your future mind, inspired by the great God. You must be one of those who will be in that event, the Buddha affirmed.